your rap album mixtape. I'm not sure if it's an album or a mixtape, but
yeah,
I heard you rap about your child a lot, your son. How has fatherhood kind of impacted the person you've become on and off the football field?
Fatherhood, probably changed my life for real, for the better, for the best. Because it grounded me more to a sense of my more human side now. When I had my son, I stopped caring about what everybody else thought. I stopped caring about what everybody else did, and I just decided that I'm living for me and him now. Before I was kind of worried about getting comments or backlash from people, or I was worried about just everything that didn't really matter. So I guess having him brought that sense of what I really got to do, that sense of priorities to me.
New bias, Wilborn.
Lamont, walk me through, and I've been asking the same similar question. Walk me through that weekend of watching games, not knowing you guys were playing, and then how did it change once you guys realized you were gonna play? Watching the team.
I couldn't walk you through it because I ain't watching. No, I ain't turn no college games on. You know what I'm saying? Because I really felt, that was something that moved me for real in my head. So I wasn't really too focused on college football. I tuned in to NFL football, try to watch KJ or somebody out there play. But as far as college football, yeah, I ain't tuned into it at all until our season came back.
Joe Giuliano.
Lamont, getting back to Audrey's question about the patches, Coach Franklin talked about, having to, wanting to be fair to you guys, but also, I guess, being fair to the community as well. And I guess that some in the community are not exactly enlightened. How do you see this with the patch and what it's going to say and trying to be sensitive to all sides?
Yeah. In situations like that, especially in his position, you got to understand that he serves a community. He serves a university who, like how I've said before, everybody doesn't have the same the same belief system. Everybody doesn't have the same way of how they operate. So in doing that, you never want to shun anybody's differences. You never want to say, oh, because they think this way, screw them or anything like that, because that's not the case. Everybody matters, so you want to take everybody's feelings and everything into account for it. So I feel like we have a real good plan of what we want to do, and it's a symbol of it's just a symbol of togetherness, showing that, like, basically how I just said, just because of somebody's differences or just because of somebody may react a certain way, you can't really judge them off that. You gotta embrace the community as a whole, and that's what we plan on doing it together as a whole team, as a whole family.
Roger Snyder.
You guys have rolled out the number 0 this year and kind of a cool story behind it. What do you like about that as somebody who's played a lot of special teams, and who do you think are some top candidates to wear that number?
I just found out about it whenever everybody else found out about it. I feel like it's a neat thing though. I feel like it's cool. I feel like it's kind of sheds light on those guys who kind of got to go through those trust the process guys, take it step by step. And I feel like it's a real good accolade. And honestly, I feel like we have too many contenders. Like I would sit here naming 10, 20 different names for you. We have so many different contenders from Jonathan Sutherland, Andrew Hartlaub. Of course, those are two special teams standout guys, and I feel like it's a lot of competition for that number
now. Mark Wogenrich.
Lamont, did you really think you were going to get another chance to play this season? Did you work toward that in August and September? And then the ability to put another season of film to get you a better visual for the NFL. How important is that? What does that matter for you this year?
Yeah, I simply love the game of football. So I haven't not went through a fall. I haven't been through a fall without playing football in, I think, about 17 years. I've been playing since I was 4. So it's like it wasn't. I didn't really know how to take it. But in my head, yeah, I definitely thought. I kind of thought it was all over for, and I just had to adjust your thinking whenever that happens. But I'm so happy he came back. So now everything is just geared towards the season.
Hearth?
I'd like to ask a follow-up about your music, if that's cool with you. You kind of rap a lot about some of the hard times you've seen growing up, some of the struggles and adversity you faced. Can you talk about kind of what were those hurdles for you, all through your youth, and how much does that motivate you to provide a better life for yourself and for your son moving forward?
Yeah, where I come from, honestly, it's a disconnect, from different parts of, America or other Americas that other people experience. You know what I'm saying? Because of the low income area, so many different low income housing areas, and it's just like it's honestly like a dark hole for real. Nothing really good comes out of it. Tyler was able to be one of the first guys who. Tyler Boyd, he graduated back in 2013. He played for the Cincinnati Bengals now. He was able to be one of those players who, got over that. But it's not a lot of things like that. Like I said in interviews before, there were players like better than me, like family members better than me who never got the opportunity I did simply because they didn't have the support or simply because, nobody cared for real. So I just feel like all those, that dark hole, all those obstacles, the things I had to do, to make a living. I feel like it all made me who I am. But at the same time, that's why I make that music. I make that music to express it, to get it out. And then after I get it out, I just try to build positively on everything else.
Joe Giuliano?
Lamont, following up, do you feel you have that support, and how much would it mean to you to reach the next level?
Yeah, that's one thing that I could say kept me grounded, because I have best friends sitting in jail right now. I have best friends dead right now. You know what I mean? My support system is literally what kept me from being dead or in jail. So I thank my family tremendously, and whenever I get that next level, I can't wait to be a blessing to somebody else. That's my biggest thing about making it to the next level. Like, it's gonna be cool whenever I make it and everything rah, but I can't wait to be a blessing to my mother as much as she sacrificed for me. I can't wait to be a blessing for my grandmother as much as she sacrificed, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Snyder?
Lamont, Coach Lorig was telling us that you went to him, and he said that you walked into his office to try and lobby to get some returns. What do you remember about that process? What did Coach Lorig know or not know about you as a returner when you showed him, and how do you think maybe you can help in that area this year?
Yeah, when Coach Lorig came, I actually did this to him last year whenever he first came in, but it was like in the mix of everything. I didn't really get the chance to, but I just remember because he said something about one guy that can run the ball, blah blah blah. I'm like, hey, I ain't got a chance to up here. You're going to have to check my high school film out. And he did. And then, he said he's a coach. So he's a guy who, evaluates film and, can tell talent whenever he sees it. So I feel like, I'm talented with the ball in my hands. And, I feel like with that opportunity, I'll be able to, that drive start battle. I feel like I could help out with that a lot.
David Eckert?
Hey, Lamont. Thanks for your time. How you doing?
No, I'm all right. How you?
Doing good, thanks. Hey, I wanted to ask you about, that other safety position and, kind of what you're seeing from the guys competing for that role, and I guess how you would just kind of assess what's going on there so far.
Yeah, Jaquan Brisker right now. Jaquan Brisker right now, he's doing his thing. He's locking that down, getting interceptions, flying all over the field. And we got a lot of that's the best thing about, this year, because I feel like whenever you're on teams like this where there's a lot of competition, where you have, you got Tyler Rudolph, who could play either position. You got Jair Brown, who came from Lackawanna, just like him. You got Jonathan Sutherland, who's had, a plethora of playing time. And then guys like Andrew Hartlaw, who's nobody's thinking about, who runs a freaking 4.2, doesn't even have to stretch. You know what I mean? So we have depth. We have depth everywhere, and it's good to see guys, competing right now, because, with me playing at star, there does have to be a third safety spot. So I feel like guys are fighting and clawing, and we have so much depth in the room. It's literally a wide open competition. That's what makes this program so great.